alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everybody.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
That was weak. What? Do it again.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we asked you guys to send us some questions and like some fun questions. You know, we wanted to do something a little more fun, a little more like personal, more about us, I guess. So yeah, without being further ado, we got the question sitting right here. My brothers here are gonna read it off. All right, let's start us off.
All right. So the first question is going to be, who leads the prayer? The imam, obviously.
Do they mean like out of us? I mean, we've all led the prayer, I guess.
We all lead.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, I mean, because everybody, all of us know like different Quran.
Yeah.
And we all know different Quran, so it's like, I guess we'd be... Some of us, I ain't gonna lie, we do be racing to lead. Sometimes like, all right, who's leading? And one of us step up like, me, I'm leading, yeah.
All right, question number 2. Which one of you is the best at sports?
Me, that's easy. Like, that's... What are you gonna say?
I didn't say anything,
Yeah,
but I
okay.
disagree. I know you're looking at me.
What are you talking about?
Me, I'm athletic, but I just don't play sports. So if that's something,
This guy's fast with cars, not with his feet. Okay?
Yeah, I'm fast.
I'm definitely good.
I'm fast both.
Bro, I'm good at all the sports that we play.
I'm a real Muslim. You know what a real Muslim is? I'm well-rounded.
Like,
You know what I mean? Like,
for everybody,
little here, little there, little there.
they saw you play basketball. What do you mean?
Look, listen.
Like in basketball, I'm winning. In football, I'm winning. In the other football, I'm winning. Volleyball, like baseball, cricket,
No.
like tennis, ping pong, like
Volleyball. We can play it for the people. We can,
Alright, bet.
matter of fact, we'll have a volleyball game.
Alright, bet, bet.
Wait. Huh?
You play volleyball?
We'll see.
I will destroy
We'll
you.
mess around and find out.
Before you know it.
I win. What do you mean?
Okay. All right. You know what? Next question.
ما تتكلم راسك ما تكذب الكذاب حرام لا don't lie.
That was a whole fake question. They're trying to turn us against each other.
You know what you're doing. Okay. Question number 3. Have we been to Sudan? And if so, what was your biggest culture shock when we visited? So
Yeah, we've all been
to Sudan.
Yeah.
And the biggest culture shock, I mean, when I first visited, I don't know.
I was 5, dude. Like,
Okay.
when I first saw it, I was like,
back at the time we could remember.
bro, the thing is, when I was 5, I thought where we live right now, I thought this was all of America. Like, I thought when we went to New York, I thought New York was a different place than America. So, like, there wasn't much. The only culture shock I'd say is they didn't have McDonald's.
I don't know.
I was like,
What about
I was like, what type of place doesn't have a McDonald's?
what about like sleeping outside? I don't know.
They sleeping outside.
The biggest
sleeping
cultural
outside.
shock was the way they treated each other.
That too.
How did you know that, dude? You were like 1.
No, I'm talking about back to where we can remember.
The way they... No, because that stuck with me for the rest of my life. Ever since I was 1.
So this man didn't know how to treat people at 1, talking about
Yeah, for real.
talking about how they treat you.
Yeah, bro. I had
Okay.
bad character at 1.
You ready for the next question? What was a silly thought you had when first learning about Islam as a kid? So I'll go first on this one. So when they used to say Allah is always watching you, Allah is everywhere, I used to just think there would be a whole bunch of eyeballs in the sky watching what you were doing.
What?
Like, yeah, because I used to watch like a lot of cartoons as a kid. Like, like there'll be like a dark part of the cartoon, and then like they'll be in a cave, and then you'll just see like floating eyeballs. Because
Yeah.
so I thought that's how it would be like all over the world, just always watching you. But like I didn't really know. Like, and I thought me as a kid too, like it'd just be above the world. So you know what I mean? But
I thought like when my mom told me about Jannah, I thought I wouldn't be there with her. So like, nope, I don't want to go to Jannah. If I'm not gonna be with my mom, nope, I don't want. I said no, I don't want. That's what I thought.
I thought Prophet Adam was an op.
What?
I thought he ate from the tree. I was like, dude, he's stupid.
what?
That was when I was a kid. I didn't know any better.
Bro said he thought he was an
Okay.
op. What?
Yeah.
Dude.
I was like,
You know what? That might be question number 5. What's your most embarrassing moment? That might have been your most embarrassing moment.
Most embarrassing.
But yeah, what's your most embarrassing moment?
No. There's an imam. He was reading a surah, and like it was a fairly long surah, and he said Allah, and I went like this. to go down into the court, but he just kept going. It was like Allahu Jana somehow. I was looking around like.
Wait, most embarrassing moment? That's hard, man.
It's hard to think about. I don't know.
They got caught lacking, bro.
I don't be pondering on like when I embarrass myself. I mean,
I don't know. How about when we do sins in front of Allah? Is this not embarrassing enough?
yeah, but I repent for that.
Okay,
So I'm no longer embarrassed. Okay, I mean, one time I embarrassed myself for fun, so that doesn't really count. Like one time, like we were playing like a dare game, and they like my friends and my siblings, they're all like, "Oh, I dare you to go out in the middle of the street and pretend like you hit yourself on the light pole." So I did that, and I was sitting there looking like I was out cold while people were walking past me. So I mean, like, I don't know, that was embarrassing, but at the same time, it was funny because I was like, I wasn't actually hurt.
I don't know, probably the most embarrassing thing was, back in high school, I used to have concerts in the middle of school. I used to be singing, jumping up and down on the stage.
You talking about you don't know? That's definitely
But I would do it on purpose. Like, it wasn't accidental.
That was pretty.
Yeah, but now that you look back at it.
You're like, dude, what was I thinking? Okay, who's the strongest out of us?
Me. I don't want to take credit.
Dude, what?
Dude, I think you take one look and you see who got the most brawn.
Hey, listen, don't.
Dude, when my alarm, where you been for Frederick, bro, I be throwing the blanket. You gotta do
No. One of the funniest things was, dude, I remember the alarm was going off for Frederick. So I opened my eyes. I just now barely opened my eyes. I just see you get up. And you just walking out the room. And I'm like, dude, I just opened my eyes. Really?
I'm definitely the strongest though.
But it's me.
No.
It's not you. You're the smallest. Like, what do you mean? Like, look at you. You're scrawny.
Next question.
He said next.
But it's a blessing from Allah, don't worry.
What's the scariest thing that we experienced?
Sleep paralysis. Easily sleep paralysis. I haven't had sleep paralysis in a really, really long time. Like years now. So like, alhamdulillah, because I read Ayatul Kursi every single night. But this was at a time when I wasn't reading Ayatul Kursi every night. And I had the first time I ever had sleep paralysis, I thought I was dead. I thought I died. Like, I thought the angel of death was coming to me.
That's literally the same thing with me. Sleep paralysis, because like, dude, I'm sitting there, like, I might not start seeing things, but it's just pitch black and I can't move. It feels like I'm not breathing, and it feels like, all right, do I just die now? Do I just let go? Or I don't know. Like,
the scariest thing I've ever experienced was sleeping in the same room as you.
What?
Bruh. Sleeping in the same room as you was, bro.
Dude, keep talking yourself. I don't want to hear it.
Dude,
I remember one time we were talking about Hussein, get him. Oh, we were victorious now or something like that. Like, oh, you were acting like you were in a war or something.
Nah, man. The first time I had sleep paralysis, for some reason I slept and my closet was open. I don't know why I left my closet open. So with that, I woke up and I couldn't move, and I saw something black in the door. So it must have been in gin or something. Cause I saw something. I saw something, and it scared the death out of me. I thought it was the angel of death, bro. I really thought I was about to leave. Cause I was sitting there and I was laying like this. I was like, and I tried to get up. I tried to start swinging. I'm like, I can't move. So then my heart started racing out my chest, bro. And I almost had a heart attack. I almost died. That's probably the scariest thing that ever happened to me, man.
All right, next question. You ready?
My dreams.
Who was the funniest? Come on, what kind of question is this? You guys obviously looking at the guy right here,
Yeah, it's probably the funniest.
No, but everybody's funny. Everybody's funny in their own way.
No,
everybody could be funny.
Osman has top 3 funniest moments.
What's the top funniest moment?
Bro, I don't know. Every moment with him is funny.
Nah, give me one. I need an example now. Give me the evidence.
Dude, when the alarm went off for Fudge and I tried waking him up, and he said,
dude, I don't remember that.
I think we're all funny in our own way. You're not funny, sadly. Nah, I mean, I think we're all funny in our own way, but I'd give it to him. I'll humble myself.
How about I'll let you guys choose. You guys let us know in the comments.
I mean, have they seen enough of us to grade?
Yeah, but especially look, if they watch our podcast, they see moments slip out. You know what I mean? Let us know.
Are you really funny?
Okay. Question number 9. Life is incomplete without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What kind of question is this? Look, listen, without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I will not be breathing. I cannot eat. I cannot provide for myself. None of these things, right? Allah's al-Razaq. He provides for me. He gives me life. you know, who خلق الموت والحياة, he gives life, he gives death. Like I don't know
asked
what
that
you're
question.
Life is not complete without
They
Allah,
asked the
without my
question
prayer.
already knowing the answer.
Like life is
Maybe they meant like a
without
tangible
iman.
thing. Maybe they
Okay,
meant
fine.
like
A tangible thing. What tangible thing? Look, listen. The thing is, when it comes to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, your connection with Allah, your iman is more important than you needing to go and get water. Because look, listen, you drinking water, you eating food is not going to avail you in your grave. But your worship of Allah and doing good deeds is what's going to avail you in your grave. So you need to. Allah is more important in your life than the need of food and water. So.
Yeah, Allah's
life is incomplete without Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Yeah. Like, what is our purpose after that? If it's not here worshiping Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, there is no purpose.
That's all you need, man. That's the only thing you need.
Other than that, we're just living.
We're not even living, huh?
Hey, exactly.
We're not even living.
Living what? Living for what? What is the purpose? Okay. Question number 10. When you are knowledgeable, do you feel better than others?
No. Look, the thing with knowledge, especially seeking knowledge Islamically, that's all for the sake of Allah. If you're doing it not for the sake of Allah, now you're arrogant. Now, not arrogant, you're ignorant. Because it should all be for the sake of Allah, and it should all be for you to be able to like give it back to to other people who don't have the knowledge. Like, I don't feel better than nobody. And even myself, I'm not the most knowledgeable guy. Obviously, there are scholars, there are sheikhs, there are imams, there are people way more knowledgeable than myself. So I don't feel better than nobody. Even if they have no knowledge of Islam, I don't feel better than them. Like, who am I?
And dude, even as a Muslim, I'm supposed to know that I'm not better. Just because I'm praying, let's say just because I'm praying 5 times a day, like, who said my prayers are going to be accepted at the end of the day? Like, what if they're not accepted? What if that person doesn't pray their whole life and then they end up praying the last 10 days of their life and that salah is accepted and my 80 years of worship is not? Mm-hmm. Like, it's a possibility.
Being
we need to be humble.
But it's fulfilling and it's sufficient for yourself. Yeah. But it's not going to fulfill someone else. Like if you're knowledgeable, it's not going to fulfill someone else. You can help them fulfill like their knowledge, but it's not it's not going to fulfill them. It's just for you.
Don't get me wrong. Like, seeking knowledge and having the knowledge feels good. It feels good to learn about Allah, to learn about the Quran, to learn about the last day, to learn about the Prophet. But don't think that you're better than someone else. Like, don't think Islam needs you. You know, Allah doesn't need you.
You're not better than anybody else now.
Right, like it goes hand in hand. It's like knowledge without action is foolish, or is useless, and action without knowledge is foolishness.
Perfect. This one is correct. Okay. Question number 11. Why are you guys not married? Yeah, why are you guys not married, huh?
Bro, we're young, man.
We're youngins.
Like, we'll get married when Allah has decreed for it. So just know that, like, if you see any of us get engaged anytime, like in the near future and the far future, it doesn't matter. It's all the decree of Allah.
All right, question number 12. What's the funniest childhood memory you have with one another? Damn, that's a lot. I don't know, man.
Oh, man, there is a lot, man. What the heck? I remember one time when we were really young. Like, I don't know, I may have been like 7 or something. He was like 5. And I went to his house, and he told me he just got a new bike, and he got stolen like the next day.
Oh, how is that funny?
Because it's the way.
It's funny looking back.
It's the way he would tell the story. He'd be like, yeah, my dad just got me a new bike. I'd be like, where is it? It got stolen. I was like, no. I was like, you ain't getting no new bike then. There was also the time where we were playing.
We were playing tag.
We were playing tag in the house, even though we were told not to play tag in the house. So then we set up base as one of our beds in the room, and then like he was running towards the base and he slipped on the ground and he hit his head on the bottom of the bed.
And he started bleeding. Alhamdulillah, man. Dude, that's so crazy. We really thought we were sneaking around. We're like, yeah, the parents are sitting over there. Let's not go over there. We're sneaking around every other part of the house. Like, who did we think we are? And look, even nowadays, we as adults, we think we can just go around and sin and think Allah's not watching you. You better be mindful of what you do.
It was crazy because he hit his head and he didn't even try to contain the pain. He just started screaming.
No.
Good times, bro.
This guy right here, I made him cry. And I had to start looking around. I'm like, who did it? Who did it? It wasn't me.
What?
Until I got him to laugh. And I'm like, see, I told you. It was that guy. I don't know who it was.
What?
Right. Question number 13. Who's your favorite prophet after Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam?
Prophet Musa.
Yeah, I mean,
Prophet Musa. It's Prophet Musa.
Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, he's very praised in the Quran, especially for what he did. But like, you look at how much praise Allah also gives to Prophet Musa. Like, this length of his story in the Quran is longer than any story in the Quran. Like, he's mentioned 136 times. There's like so much like things he had to go through, so much things he had to overcome, and like the fact that he stayed strong, stayed steadfast. He was a prophet and a messenger of Allah. He spoke to Allah directly. Like, that's tough, man.
I was gonna say Musa, but I'd probably have to say, like, me personally, I don't know, probably say Isa ibn Maryam. Like, his story and just like the way it is, and like how people try to portray him, like non-Muslims, like how they try to think of him, and the way we see him as a Muslim is just like, it's just fulfilling, like reading the story of Isa ibn Maryam in the Quran versus like how they try to explain Jesus, you know, how he's God and this and that. Like, no,
I mean, yeah, it's
like
also
nothing like that.
Also, just know when he comes down to face the Dajjal, you know that when he comes to break the cross, you can be like, yeah, see, I told you he's Muslim.
No, yeah, and then like
I told you.
When he goes to face the Dajjal, once he first hears that, he's gonna start melting, literally. Like, I don't know, like Isa ibn Maryam, like you see like all the miracles that he performed and like things that he went through and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, like just shift it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
my favorite surah in the Quran was Surah Al-Ma'idah, and like you see how many times that Isa ibn Maryam is mentioned in that surah. So, and it's a surah that I used to always dream about.
No, that's tough. I mean, shoot. I mean, I'd say with you, but like Prophet Musa alayhi salam, I've read too much of his story. I've read Musa's story like 5 times. Like, and I know the story like front to back, but I always keep reading it, or I always read like parts of the story.
It's not even just Musa's story, bro. It's which story? Like, you want to talk about him and Pharaoh, him and Musa and Khidir, like Harun. You want to talk like, bro?
Like, yeah, Musa
exactly.
is just that story. It's just like, yeah, that
Musa, like it was true testimony. Like,
Musa was just that prophet.
Strength.
Musa was just that prophet. Like, yeah, he's a prophet, but like he did all the things that like you wouldn't expect a prophet to be, like punching the angel of death.
Yeah.
What prophet do you hear, or arguing with Adam alayhi salam?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
saying you are our father and like you disgraced us by sinning and whatnot.
What else did Musa alayhi salam do that was like just stands out?
He threw his staff on the ground and became a snake.
Like I said, you know, when it comes to these miracles, right? Like, you know, our favorite types of miracles.
Musa alayhi salam used to hide his body and people thought that he had like marks and like eczema and whatnot and like all these diseases on his body until Allah gave him a test, and the people who used to ridicule his body saw his body and they saw like the most fit man they've ever seen in their life. And I was like, yep, see, that was Musa alayhi salam for you, man. Like people probably wouldn't expect much from him until you saw like exactly who he was. So that's why I mess with Musa alayhi salam, man. It's my guy, and he's the one who advocated for us to get the prayers lowered 5 times a day. He said, nope, go lower.
Yeah, see, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, all the prophets, you know, especially the main 5 prophets, you know, we don't make distinction amongst the prophets.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we know, like, we have the top 5 prophets, you know, in higher rank, but like, you know what I mean? Like, they all came with the same message.
Mm-hmm. You can look at the other prophets like Prophet Hud, Prophet Yunus, Prophet Saleh,
Prophet Noor is definitely number 2 after Musa. His dedication, determination.
Who was number 3?
Number 2 after Musa.
So number 2. So who's number 1 after Musa?
This isn't including the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So it goes. So what are you saying? Who's your top?
Are you unable to comprehend me?
So you're saying Muhammad,
I said number 2 after Musa.
Number 2 after Musa.
Yes, so if Musa
so who's number 1 after Musa?
He said Musa. And
Musa's number 1.
I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying.
Brother, you don't know English.
Look, listen. Listen to this guy right here.
That's the guy who was in the because like just don't worry about it. The people start sounding like the people in school when I was in elementary school. They used to be like, "You speak Arabic?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, "Can you say something?" I'm like, "Oh, dude, you're not gonna understand it." Like, it's okay.
Say something.
You know, we could speak Arabic eventually, but like maybe
understand this in English.
Yeah, for real. We talk too fast, ain't it?
Yeah, no. I mean, shoot, we can work on that. What's the next question? That was it?
No, that was
shoot.
Only 13 questions.
Oh, okay.
Well, there was a lot more than that, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right.
We don't have that much time on today's episode.
Yeah. This was fun. But as we've learned today, I'm the strongest and I'm the most athletic. So
Don't listen to
anybody who wants to work in basketball, football, or the other football, you know, you can hit me up. I'll probably beat you. No, I probably wouldn't.
We'll find
I
out.
probably would. I don't
We'll
know.
find out on the day of judgment.
Allahu A'lam.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, that means you said, you know, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.